Yes, sir. So we back with another video. This man, Poetik Flakko, folks, then came and got some information. Fucking around with these niggas in LA, folks. They out there telling, talking too much. But we all know this has been coming up recently, along with everything else going on with Pooh Shiesty and all this. But the Drakeo the ruler, folks. Niggas been talking since it happened, and a lot of information been coming out. And I guess Poetik Flakko got some, you know what I'm saying?
If Munchie is saying he has nothing to do with that, then why Munchie be so invested that he's willing to diss me and go out the way to cause this much trouble? He has nothing to do with that.
Hey, Flacco,
That's Flacco talking. That was Flacco talking.
Go, hey. It's, hey, look.
Munchie B answer that question though. If Munchie B has nothing to do
he looking for a certain answer. I ain't gonna give it to him.
Going out of his way.
I feel like he's the only podcaster from Inglewood Family, so he feels like it's kind of on him.
So the families have something to do with that.
I don't know what you talk. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, let's be real.
Ask my question again.
When it comes to Bloods, Munchie is obviously kind of it has always been at the forefront of the Drakeo versus the Bloods beef. So I feel like it's not really that surprising that Munchie ends up speaking on behalf of the other side of that, right?
I think like the
Munchie B has said he has nothing to do with that. The Bloods had nothing to do with that. Family had nothing to do with that. So again, if Munchie B and Inglewood families had nothing to do with that, then why is Munchie B so passionate about this and is causing this much trouble and dissing me over a potential video that don't even exist yet?
What was I trying to do, Munchie? Well, if Munchie B don't want to give the world an answer as to why he's so upset I'm doing this video, then I'll give the world the answer. The reason why Munchie B is so upset is because the person who killed Drakeo the ruler, the person who took the knife and actually stabbed Drakeo the
So this man trolling with these bandanas. I just wanted to say that, but like he is trolling, bro.
ruler, well, that person is really close to Munchie B. But of course, I'm not saying anything new because Munchie B slipped up and said on Clubhouse that he passed a bottle to Drakeo the ruler's killer almost every day.
No,
man, Drakeo is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Drakeo shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Fuck is you
Hold on. You know Drakeo shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Me doing, hey, dude.
Hold on. You do know I did. I said Drakeo and his brother worked there on Friday. You know on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You sound, hey, bro. Hey, Drakeo is dead, bro. Hey, bro, the nigga that killed Drakeo, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about? Bro, Drakeo is dead, bro. Drakeo is dead, bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you heard what I just said, right?
Drakeo put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about him?
Drakeo the ruler ain't never dead, as long live the ruler forever. But I'm glad you said that because it's time to expose which one of Munchie B's friends who killed Drakeo the ruler that he passes the bottle to every day. And I'm also glad, Munchie, that you contacted the Crips to apologize for saying too much because your homie is responsible for other people's deaths. I'm glad you called and apologized and confirmed that your homie is the killer of Drakeo the ruler. I'm glad you did that, Munchie. I'm glad you were dumb enough to confess that your homie is the one who killed Drakeo the ruler. Now, unfortunately for you, I got his identity, his name, and let's expose that right now. When Drakeo the ruler was initially invited to the festival that he lost his life at, he was skeptical. He was reluctant to go. Because when you look at the flyer for the festival, YG was also set to perform. And obviously Drakeo and the world was well aware that while YG was discussing Drakeo the ruler on No Jumper, YG told Adam 22 that he's not doing no rap beef with Drakeo, right? Him and his dudes beef for real. And if it's beef, which it was with YG and Drakeo, him and his dudes is gonna come and get you. Drakeo understood that was a threat towards him and that YG was publicly stating that they're gonna come and get Drakeo.
Like, people be knowing, like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap diss and shit. It's like, if it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing, you know? So, like, I'm gonna tell the homies the same shit, bro. I done told D3 that like we ain't doing none of that weird for nothing for the rap. No, we not on none of that. We trying to make hits. We gonna move around, get rich, have fun. All that rap beef and all that. We not rap beefing. We really beefing. The homies gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we ain't even trying to do that. We chilling. We not on that. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I tell the homies. That's what I tell the homies that who I be with, that I hang with. You know what I'm saying? Like D3 young, bro. That's not cool. Like we ain't doing none of that.
Right. It's kind of like a shortcut to like getting you a couple million views.
As reluctant as he was, Drakeo still agreed to come to the festival and perform for several reasons. A, he was being paid $50,000 to come and perform. And then 2, Snoop Dogg personally called Drakeo and asked him to come to the festival and perform. Drakeo had love for Snoop, so he couldn't turn that down. And Drakeo also got assurance from people he respected like Wack 100 who told him that they will be there as well. So if he come early enough, they'll be able to link up with him and he will have some reinforcement. However, Drakeo the Ruler came super late and came after Wack 100 and his crew already left.
We was actually waiting on Drakeo to make sure he got in and out right, but shit, we waited on him an hour and something. You know, I had 100 tickets. I had 4 artists performing. I had Game, I had Blueface, Coyote, and True Car. So I told Nephew we was gonna wait up for him and make sure he got in and out of there right. But after holding Blue and holding Game and the team a whole hour, they was with it. And like, bro, we don't think he gonna show up, let's roll. I called his little brother and then was there early, about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know, they was good. By the time we got to the Sprinter and got to the freeway, we got the call, he was dead.
Drakeo needed every one of those numbers to save his life because the plot to murder Drakeo was already in place by the time Drakeo got to the festival. Now, the reason why Drakeo was so late to the festival is because he had to make multiple stops before getting to the festival. So Drakeo and his security guard met up at his home in the hills. Drakeo and his security guard left his house in the hills and drove over to the Awful Lot of Call Center parking lot to link up with Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, and others to then drive over to the festival. Before they started driving over to the festival, Drakeo had a conversation with everybody he was with. He told everybody, get rid of whatever you guys have on you. Get rid of any guns, anything illegal you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Drakeo didn't want to get to the festival and have problems with the police or security. So he told his crew, whatever you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Everybody who was with Drakeo got rid of everything illegal they had on them before they began to drive over to the festival. While Drakeo was driving over to the festival, he was getting live updates from members of his entourage, like Donut, who was already at the festival. Drakeo had a hunch something was wrong, so he had people at the festival setting parameter and just like testing the temperature and looking at who was already there. Drakeo felt a little more at ease as they got closer to the festival because the people he had in place at the festival already was telling Drakeo, yo, we ran across YG and his homies and these bloods that we don't get along with, but they seen us, they know we are part of your entourage and we're part of your crew, and they didn't do nothing or say nothing to us. So it looks like everything is chill. At the time, they seen that as a positive sign. But looking back in hindsight, that was a negative sign.
Because like I said, we was there checking in. We've been there all day. I personally was there all day. I ain't gonna say who I was with, but I checked, for the check-in team. So we there. They said, damn, we go with the homies. Now let's stay here, man. Make sure it's cool for them. Make sure it's, feasible. Niggas got it's comfortable. We run into everybody who we think we gonna bump heads with. Ain't nothing happens. A couple of us. Nothing happens.
In hindsight, that was a bad sign. They seen you guys. They didn't get along with you guys, but nobody said nothing. That's because y'all weren't the target. They weren't gonna set it off with the entourage and now everybody gets kicked out and then they miss Drakeo when Drakeo come in. No, Drakeo the Ruler was the target.
That part.
From the very beginning.
Drakeo was walking into
a literal death trap. Everybody was colluding against Drakeo the Ruler. When Drakeo, his security guard, Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, when they got to the festival, they went to the security entrance for the artist. When they got to the security entrance for the artist, the security guard said, "What's up, blood?" And they told Draco the Ruler they can't go through that entrance, even though Draco the Ruler was performing and he was an artist. And he's like, what? Wait, why can't I come through this entrance? Nah, blood, you gotta go to that other entrance. As they was driving to the other entrance, there was a van in front of them. They watched the van drive all the way through the security entrance and didn't get checked at all. But when Draco and his crew of people got there, their cars got checked. They got stripped. They got checked as if this was like the airport security, bro. They couldn't even bring a lighter in. But a van in front of them went right through. This is when Draco ignored a couple of signs that was supposed to trigger something within him. The van before you got right through without being checked. The security guard, who was a blood, told you you can't go through the artist entrance. You had to go through this other entrance you had no idea of. Clearly something was up. After they was done getting checked, they got the green light to proceed further. And when they was driving up, they went past that van. And the van that didn't get checked, when they drove past it, they seen members from YG crew, 400 members. They were in that van. When they finally hopped out the vehicle, they began to walk past several members of 400 and YG crew with 400 shirts on. They also walked past several BPS members. One member right here you see have a Cardinals jacket on. When Draco finally walked in, it was a literal united Blood Nation front against Draco. A private investigator says when he reviewed the footage of Draco at the festival getting into the altercation that took his life, he counted 113 blood members who swarmed Draco. It was perfectly clear this wasn't something that happened on the whim. This was something that was carefully and strategically planned out. This was a murder that was planned out days in advance. Because when Draco walked in, people had on ski masks. A rapper named K7 who was fighting next to Draco identified the man who was able to sneak in the knives to give to the assassins. His name is Gloves. He was YG security guard for years, and he still is.
Cheers. I'm speaking facts, bro. YG in real life, and all the bro. I don't give a bro. I'm so mad, bro. On my mama, bro. YG did some hoe, bro. And if I see Cuz, I'ma slap the shit with that. When all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but we fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fighting. Like, come on, bro. That's cool, bro. On my mama, bro. The big ass ball security guard snuck in knives, all type of weird.
The person he's saying snuck the knives in that was used to kill Draco is a man by the name of Big Gloves, as you see right here.
Heard about this?
He's YG security guard.
My homie from
Anywhere you see
he
YG,
ain't from LA, but
you see him.
was just telling
This
me
was
about this.
strategically and methodically planned.
YG
Because
homies.
as soon as Draco walked in at 8:30, and by 8:32, it already sparked off. They were already in place, already had their knives, waiting for Draco to walk in so they could murder Draco.
We got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32, like type shit. Like,
Wow.
yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah.
I think your mom said it was around 40 to 60 men in masks.
No, it was like 100 and something.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people saying it was a setup? Because they were saying he shouldn't have been on the same bill as some of those other people at all.
I mean, shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you know. They're not, I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? That if you know, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pulled up at 8:30, 8:32. It was cracking like this. Shit like that.
So I'm guessing you saw it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything happened in motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right then and there. It wasn't no 70 people packing out Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just happened right there.
Yeah.
I feel like it just happened like all in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever got to Draco, like, to just get Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all in one motion.
Yeah.
The footage of them getting swarmed from 100 Bloods, from Pyrus to Inglewood families to BPS, that's on YouTube. Now, if you look at the still shot from this video, you see Draco is behind his security. Draco is still swinging, but he's behind his security. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe this is the footage of Draco getting stabbed. It's not. When they walked in, they walked past BPS members, Inglewood family members, a lot of Bloods, they weren't fazed. They began to walk, trying to get to their place, trying to get on stage, trying to perform. Draco homie chiefing heavily who has a store in LA, he falls behind. And as he falls behind the group, they try to rob him for his chain. Some blood members try to rob him for his chain. When they try to rob him, he was able to escape. And he runs over to Drakeo, Ralphie, and the crew and says, yo, they just try to rob me. Some bloods try to rob me. Drakeo says, what? Draco's security, Coop, tells Drakeo, hey, yo, keep pushing. Keep going. Drakeo said, F that. Who did it? As Drakeo turned around to try to figure out who tried to rob his homies, they swarmed them. They absolutely swarmed them. Now, they was fighting for about a minute. Drakeo did not get stabbed in that video. Drakeo did not get stabbed in that video. They were fighting for about a minute. As they were fighting for about a minute, LAPD begins to walk down, so the crowd begins to disperse. However, there's people still there. Now, LAPD is shouting, the security guard is shouting at LAPD, yo, get them, get them. Multiple dudes then bum rush Drakeo and his security guard, Coop. Coop then was able to get one dude, but then the other dude was able to go around Coop and stab Drakeo in his neck and stabbed him. Coop is yelling at LAPD, get him! LAPD then flashed the light, and before they could flash the light, the dude took off. But who was that dude that stabbed Drakeo in his neck? Who was it? He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. We are not going to show the footage or identify the victim of the murder because we personally don't want to include the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not going to show nor identify who the victim was, that footage
solving cases in
is
2
of
months,
Frankenstone, a.k.a.
30
Frank
days.
Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at an after-party spot. He murdered this victim the same way he murdered Drakeo. The victim held his hand out to shake Frank Williams' hand. Frank Williams refused to shake his hand and then stalked him all across the building and then ultimately stabbed him. Now, the police believe that he did this to promote or assist the Black Peace Stones. He's currently out on bail as he's fighting this murder case. Now, when he found out that I was going to do this video about him, that I was going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Drakeo the Ruler, he deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. But it's too late for him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told people that he was the one who stabbed and killed Drakeo. The streets credit him, Frankenstone, Frank Williams, as the one who stabbed and killed Drakeo the Ruler. People who were present behind the scenes have told anyone willing to listen that Frankenstone is who stabbed and killed Drakeo the Ruler. It's just a fact. Now, the question here is, why would he stab and kill Drakeo the Ruler? What did he have to gain from it? Well, Frank Williams was really close friends with Red Bull, and he's really close friends with Munchie B. And as Munchie B stated, Drakeo the Ruler died because he got out of jail and began to diss Red Bull, who was right-hand man and really close with Frank Williams, a.k.a. Frankenstone.
What y'all was saying when he was on record disrespecting my homie, rest in peace, he can't talk back, but you disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying?
Long live Red Bull, man.
Long live Red Bull. So, you know, and when he passed, I kicked him while he was down, literally. Hey, look, bro. Hey, people invite certain energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for nobody over there except for his mama, bro. His mama lost his son because he wanted to entertain a little too much, man.
Munchie B said he kicked Drakeo while he was down, literally. Munchie B ain't do a goddamn thing to Drakeo. This is just Munchie B. This is what Munchie B does, okay? Munchie B is going out of his way to try to include himself as if he was the one who kicked Drakeo while he was down. Nobody kicked Drakeo while he was down. Cut it out, man. Drakeo didn't get stomped out. All right, they stabbed Drakeo and ran and did a 40-yard dash. But this is Munchie B confirming that the reason why Drakeo got stabbed and killed is because he disrespected Red Bull, which is, by the way, Frankenstone's right-hand man and close friend, and which is why Munchie B and Frankenstone are still really close. According to Munchie B, he passes the bottle to Frankenstone on a daily basis. Now, to add more incriminating and self-snitching, right, after Drakeo passed away, a Black P Stone member, right, from the Baby Stone Gorillas, P4, he came out, right, and said
Y'all
they
need to
did
stay
what
out
they
the internet
did,
with this shit, bro.
and Draco and them did what they did, essentially claiming that the Black P Stones is who killed Draco. Frankenstone did it.
What thoughts on that, man? Like Draco and everything.
Stop going to these
Shit.
podcasts.
It
talking
is what
about
it
this
is.
shit,
J-Side
bro.
did what J-Side did, and they did what they did. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You try to stay out the politics like now more that your like music starting to go in like a better
Yeah, I ain't
direction.
staying out the politics, but you know what I'm saying? They know what's up with me.
He even took to his Instagram story to further claim the body for BPS and celebrate the death of Draco the Ruler. This is him literally celebrating, got the smirk and the demon emoji. And when fans pointed this out, he said quite possibly the dumbest thing you could ever say. Instead of saying we didn't do nothing, P4 wrote, bro, leave the set and Draco out the same sentence. Laughing, laughing, laughing. Y'all try to have ninjas in jail. What happened at Once Upon a Time in LA, stay there. So you know what happened at Once Upon a Time in LA. Instead of saying, hey, we didn't do nothing, hey, man, he's saying, man, listen, man, y'all know what happened, but what happened there, stay there, man. Don't bring that police stuff online. Again, bro, Frankenstein, yo, if I'm you, bro, yo, I'm blaming your homies, man. Your homies is the reason why we all know you killed and stabbed and killed Draco. In Frank William, aka Frankenstone bill package, he gave up more identifying information about himself. Right now, when I read this bill package, all I could do is chuckle, because you murdered Draco the Ruler, and then you murder somebody else, and then in your bill package, you're talking about yourself as if you're like Martin Luther King or something. This is from 2024. He would claim that he's the single father of a 21-year-old daughter. His employment, he says, is he's a recording artist manager for multiple recording artists / groups. I'll be interested to see who this man is managing, right? Because as far as we know, man, he's off the grid. Like, this dude has deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He's gone off. He's gone in hiding. So is he a recording manager for 400? I would hope YG isn't dumb enough to still have him down as a recording manager. Now, he would say he's a community activist. Bro, you are on camera murdering somebody in cold blood who organizes Thanksgiving and Christmas drives for the family. Cut it out, man. Now, he says he is a 40-year-old man facing his first violent criminal charge in 20 years. The detective currently investigating Frank Williams and this second homicide, his name is Detective Sergio Ortiz. His phone number will be somewhere on the screen. Do with that as you may. I don't know what you're gonna do with that as you may. Now,
gotta be
Frank
stopped,
Williams
yeah.
is cooked.
This nigga gotta be stopped,
right? The
bro.
police is already honing in.
You have to be stopped,
on him
Flakko.
being the guy who stabbed and killed Draco. His friends is out here telling everybody who's willing to listen that he's the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The witnesses who were there is identifying him as the one who stabbed and killed Draco. He's done. He's over with. That's the man who stabbed and killed Draco. That's his name. Anybody else, they tell you it's a lie. That's his name. Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to watch another good video, stay tuned for part 2. This is just part 1. I'm doing a full deep dive.
Man, what y'all think about this, bro? That man Flakko got to be stopped, bro. This is crazy. Y'all gotta stop putting all this stuff on. Y'all be too thirsty and happy to get on these blogs and these podcasts and just be talking, folks. I don't know nothing about that. That's it, folks. You say it, you be trying to, niggas be trying not to say nothing, but you say just enough. So niggas can tie it back to something else or just put, like, just don't say nothing, folks. Like, don't even go on there. Motherfuckers start asking you questions, shit, man. Get up and leave. All right, man. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell. You already know what's going on with me, bro. I'm gone.
Cushy, I love it. Hey, cushy, I love to use it. It's therapeutic, flow sick. Be going up. It's therapeutic, Glock 6 with extra clip. I'm very suited, money getting.